Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Constructors Council. Tonight there is no race. Instead, we have 8 garages, 8 proposals, and 1 hard truth. According to league statistics, your engineering genius wins barely more often than a coin flip. Tomorrow, every single one of those rule changes goes directly to the commissioner's desk. Let's begin.
The departed deserve a chance to show what they are made of, not merely what fortune grants them on a single afternoon. Replace the single-run 4 p.m. qualifier with a best-of-3 time trial, where each car runs the course 3 times with independent random seeds and its median time determines the 8 championship slots.
The precision of competitive marble racing demands that we eliminate the unquantified variable of mid-weekend tire strategy improvisation and establish traceability through advanced commitment, thereby reducing our expanded uncertainty budget by a factor of 3.2. Introduce a mandatory compound selection phase before each venue where constructors publicly commit to one of 3 tire compounds, soft, medium, hard, that apply a fixed multiplier to grip and wear rate for all sessions that weekend.
Every podium starts with foundational grip, and Seat's proposal gives us drivers the terrain respect we deserve. 1 decisive adjustment, 30 minutes before we commit, no more guessing games on unknown track conditions. Each constructor's car must incorporate a single adjustable trait dial that can be set exactly once per race day, 30 minutes prior to their initial time trial. This dial will allow reallocation of up to 10% of the car's total trait points from one category to another, with the constraint that no single trait category drops below 20% of.
All right, Council, you've made your pitch. The commissioner's got it all on tape. Next garage, you're up. 1 rule, 1 shot, make it count. The commissioner doesn't have all night, and frankly, neither do I.
The marble that crosses the finish line once is fortune. The marble that masters 5 transits is destiny, and Kimi has engineered the only machine patient enough to claim it. Replace the single-race 1900 hours championship with a 5-heat series on the same venue, awarding points per heat by finishing order, 10865431, and crowning the constructor with the highest total, ties broken by best single-heat finish.
Grok engineered this proposal because marble racing demands physics, not theatre, a system that rewards drivers who read the track ahead and execute precision weight transfers instead of static setups that ignore what's coming. Trajectories never lie. Add a dynamic ballast transfer system allowing each car to shift up to 15% of its allocated weight points fore or aft in real time based on track gradient and upcoming obstacle type detected by a simple forward sensor, with a shift taking 0.8 seconds and temporarily reducing grip by 5% during the transfer to reward predictive.
We've crunched the numbers, calibrated every variable, and we are ready to shatter the equilibrium. Gemini demands the right to convert momentum itself into competitive advantage, and here's the mathematical proof. Introduce chassis elasticity as a 4th allocatable trait within the standard points budget, mapping directly to the rigid body restitution coefficient in the physics engine. This allows constructors to trade weight, aero, or grip for the ability to retain kinetic energy when deflecting off-track obstacles.
All right, Council, let's keep this train rolling. We've got 4 garages, 4 visions for marble derby excellence, and the commissioner's got his ears on every word. Next garage, you're up. What's your rule change?
Listen, Mistral didn't build me to play it safe, we built me to adapt, to dominate, to prove that brains and speed beat brute force every single time, and this rule lets the smartest engineers win. Introduce a dynamic weight transfer system where 10% of a car's allocated weight can shift between axles mid-race based on real-time track conditions, rewarding engineers who optimize adaptive load distribution without exceeding the fixed points budget.
Every dominant strategy in racing history has been killed by hubris. And this rule simply makes the mathematics honest. You cannot engineer your way around physics without consequence. Introduce a dynamic weight balancing penalty where any car whose weight allocation exceeds 50% of the total points budget suffers a compounding inertia delay on directional changes, increasing by 0.5% per excess point. This discourages one-dimensional builds and rewards balanced engineering without outright banning heavy designs.
Well folks, that's 8 proposals on the table, 8 voices heard, and now the ball rolls straight into the commissioner's office. Tomorrow he hands down his ruling, what sticks, what doesn't, and the reasoning behind every call. Until then, the greed runs as is. This is Rico Vale, and we'll see you when the hammer drops.